those are two different questions, but they're very related. The court system has obviously been slowed tremendously by COVID. So there have been very few jury trials. They're starting, but they're very slow and tedious, and that's caused a tremendous backlog of cases. And even before COVID, there was a very long wait to get a trial. And a trial is really where any personal injury or medical malpractice client is going to achieve their best results. The best settlements usually are on the courthouse steps, and any plaintiff attorney needs to be ready to go to trial in order to achieve the best result for their client. So that moment, getting to the courthouse steps, let's say, has been delayed a year or maybe even 2 years as a result of COVID. But then there's another effect here, and that's on the insurance industry. So during this 2 years of COVID, the insurance industry has not had to come to the courthouse steps too often, certainly not as frequently and not as fast. And so they've been able to hold on to their money. And they're required by law actually to set aside a certain amount of money to cover a potential loss. So when somebody makes a claim, the insurance company is obligated right away to set a number. It's what they call reserves. So they're supposed to say, well, this is what we think the case potentially could be worth. Maybe they'll win, maybe they'll lose, but they're obligated to set aside a certain amount of money to cover that loss. And they segregate that money, but keep it. And they're able to earn interest on that money. Well, when you add years onto the ability of an insurance company to hold on to their money, they're doing really well. So two things are happening. Their profits are soaring. And at the same time, they're not reducing the premiums that they charge people out there. So those remain the same. And they're in business like a lot of other businesses. So they realize, why should we pay whatever we think we have to pay now when we can pay it later? And that later has been extended to some degree indefinitely. And so they're holding on to their money, making money on the money they're holding on to, and forcing plaintiffs to sort of hold on to this war of attrition and hold out. And in the middle of those 2 days, beginning and courthouse steps, they're offering a fraction of what the cases are worth, 50%, 40%, 20%. And unfortunately, some clients are unable to hold out, and some plaintiff lawyers are even unable to hold out for 100% of what they think the case is worth, because that time period, that courthouse steps day, has been extended indefinitely. So these are really major problems that people need to understand when they're involved in a litigation, the impact COVID has had on time and how time is being wielded like a weapon. But my opinion is that the time is running out on these insurance carriers, though, and those days of getting back to the courthouse steps are coming. And if a plaintiff lawyer is equipped to wait it out and to do it the right way, they'll be able to get their client 100% of what they're entitled to.